Hi, it's Maggie with Golden Lights Within, and I'm back with another video, and today is just a quick one about an analogy that I really like. I love the analogies. I like having visuals in my mind to help me, with specific ways of thinking about things. So, we all know the analogy, like, storms happen and you can get through the storm and they'll pass and that sort of thing. But the other day I was out walking with my dog, and you can kind of sense when it's about to storm, and I got that sense. And so we found like a little shed to take cover under, and then it just like downpoured, right? And I was just thinking about how it was just really honestly like a nice moment, right? I was just, obviously I had plans to walk, but my dog and I were just like watching the storm come down, and we knew that the storm would end, right? It was going to pass, the rain would let up, and we would get to walk, and it would be nice. Like, I knew that, right? And so I was able to just sit there and enjoy watching the rain pass by still, and be at peace with the moment and just kind of observe. I didn't need to freak out or control. I just needed to observe it and be in that moment and know that it will pass. And again, I think that coming back to that, anytime that things are happening in our lives that we're not necessarily, they weren't planned, right? Or that we just feel this lack of control. Just think about sitting and watching that storm and watching that rain and knowing that it's going to pass. And so you can just be the observer and sit there and watch it and just be at peace that it's happening and let it be, right? Again, doesn't necessarily mean you need to be jumping for joy and happy, but you're observing and you're just watching, and you know that it will pass. So I think keeping that perspective and just having that visual for me of just the rain coming down and that memory of just watching that. And, then it did pass, right? And then we went out and hiked, and it was really nice and beautiful. And so I think that keeping that analogy has really helped me. So I wanted to share it, and hopefully it helps you. Thanks for viewing this Golden Lights Within video.